If you're lucky enough to have central air conditioning, you're definitely going to want to listen to this episode of Upcycling with Deb, a little Debbie, which is just a bite-sized version of the podcast. My name is Deb Colameta, and I am the proud owner of a central air conditioning unit. We love using it. Ray and I do have a different opinion about when it's appropriate to turn on the central air. He feels like if the temperature in the house is above 70 degrees, we have to crank the AC. I'm more comfortable waiting until I see beads of sweat running down the faces of the 4 inhabitants of this house. I don't know, maybe it's just something about the way I was raised. Air conditioning is kind of still a special treat and a luxury for me. So I like to incorporate a little suffering into every day, I guess. We are kind of a boring family some days, but boring means stable and good. So while most people are flashing pictures on social media of swimming opportunities and their second home or their vacation house or a flashy new car, I like to take selfies with our central air conditioner. I mean, Carrier lives on. We love Carrier Dome. We're Syracuse grads here in this house. So of course we have a Carrier air conditioner. And it's not as flashy as Ryan diving into a beautiful swimming pool that's not currently in our backyard, but it is a luxury that we enjoy. Needless to say, especially with summer being as hot as it is, we've been getting a lot of usage out of our central air. A couple of years ago, I noticed that Ryan and I were having a little bit of trouble sleeping and coughing when the AC was on. I told this to my dad, and he was on it immediately. He had a great suggestion. He loves reading up on technologies that help us to be healthier, and it's always way ahead of the curve. Like, for example, everyone's talking about dropping cable TV. He never picked it up. He just thought that it was such a waste of money, and my mom agreed, and they have never to this day had cable. Dad told me about this thing. It's a UV lamp that goes into the main portion of your central air conditioning unit. So for us, it's in the attic. I didn't know if this was actually going to work. It just was this little device. It was probably about $150, and it really just plugs in. It's plug and play for the most part, and you can have it installed if you like. And you can find it on Amazon, or I think you can find it in big box stores, but mainly you can find it very easily online. They have replacement bulbs for it on Amazon for about $20 to $30. So we're not talking a huge monetary investment here. So a couple of years ago, he installed this lamp, and we keep it running all the time when the AC is on, especially. And I noticed immediately that same day, my son and I did not cough at night. So I noticed a difference immediately. So that was a couple of years ago. And recently, we started turning on the AC every night. And I noticed again that Ryan was coughing and I was starting to cough. So I asked my dad to take a look. He went up to the attic. It was only about 200 degrees in the attic that day, of course, because I picked the days to be most inconvenient. My awesome dad gladly obliges. So he took a look and he said, "Yep, your UV lamp went out. You need a replacement bulb." So I literally could tell, or he could tell, that the UV lamp was out or not working because we started coughing again. So that's how well this thing actually works. So we ordered a new one off Amazon, and it arrived a couple of days later. He was able to swap it out. This is the bulb. He would warn you not to touch the glass, because if you have any fingerprints on the glass, it can kind of destroy the properties of it or make it burn out faster. That's the same with the light bulb too, just so you know. My dad would want me to share that with you. So you don't want to touch the glass part of it. But this cost probably, I think it was like $25 on Amazon, and it just pops in and out like a regular light bulb. Turned it on that night. We were back in business, no coughing. So I know this works. It sounds crazy, UV light, killing the bacteria, but it does work. You may want to look into it yourself. I'm not a medical expert, so I don't want to give any advice in that arena, but there are a ton of articles about UV lights and killing COVID-19. So wouldn't it be awesome if the big box stores invested in industrial size UV lights for their air circulating system. I think they should do it anyway, COVID-19 or not. And that's just another thing that maybe will be improved as a result of all this. But regardless of COVID-19 or not, we were using this before then. I recommend, if you have central air conditioning, that you look into it for yourself and get a professional to help you do it. Take good care. I'm Deb Colameta. Thanks for listening to Upcycling with Deb, a little Debbie. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Deb Colameta, or the website, thedebsite.com. Take care. Stay cool.